Thank you very much for staying with us. Now let's settle down for the details of our stories. So, the Eastern Naval Command has arrested 8 Nigerians for hijacking a vessel carrying about 1,500 tons of crude oil. The suspects were picked on high seas by the Navy patrol team Saturday night.
According to the flag officer commanding the Eastern Naval Command, they had a distress call from the owner of the vessel saying the ship had been hijacked. The Navy patrol team monitored and tracked the vessel after 3 hours. The patrol team got on board and arrested 8 Nigerians who were heading to the Ghanaian waters.
They didn't know where the vessel was heading towards when it was hijacked. But the information he brought was that should Ghana hear that any vessel is selling goods at sea, it is probable that that goods was coming from his ship. Then a second intelligence also came in when they realized that, based on the information given by the tracker, they realized that the vessel had veered off heading towards Ghana.
The team sailed the vessel MC Marian and docked it at the Tema port anchorage. Meanwhile, the suspects have been handed over to the Tema Harbour Police. The Navy patrol team seized some guns used in the operation. The command said they had intensified patrol efforts to curb such acts.
Lieutenant, good afternoon and thank you very much for your time. Hello, Mr. Asola. We seem to be having some challenges with our phone lines there. But Mr. Asola, good afternoon and thank you for your time. What is the latest with the arrest of the 8 Nigerians? Hello? Mr. Asola, good afternoon and thank you once again. We want to find out the latest with regards to the 8 Nigerians who were arrested on Saturday night.
Oh, okay. The latest development is that as at yesterday at about 14:25 hours, that's 2:25 p.m. yesterday afternoon, the command handed over the 8 alleged hijackers or pirates and then their accoutrements to civil police and the BNI. We provided them with escorts from the command to Accra, that's BNI headquarters, and then our escorts came back. And currently, the vessel that came under attack, that is the MT Mariam, is at anchorage at Tema Harbour, and it is under armed guards. So this is the latest development we have as it stands.
Okay, we want to also find out how frequent is this issue of arrests like these, and how frequent is it that in Ghana's territorial waters we have such issues? How regularly do you get such reports?
I want to state specifically that we don't experience piracy in Ghana's territorial waters. No. Since I took over as the PRO in this command, I haven't experienced anything like that. But what I can tell you for fact is that there have been instances whereby ships have been taken over by pirates, and upon timely intelligence provided, the Ghana Navy have been able to intercept or salvage the situation.
Right. There is also the concern about the collaboration between, Ghana's naval team and that of our neighboring countries. How well coordinated is your collaboration?
Oh, we have certain exercises that we conduct in jointly with the other countries' navies. But with regards to this very operation, there wasn't anything like collaboration with the Navy of Nigeria. No, we did it single-handedly. It was just that the owner of the vessel info that gave us the tip of the plight that had befallen him with regards to the calls that were made by the hijackers to the owner, in which we reacted swiftly to be able to salvage the situation.
Can you please give us an idea of how the interception was done and how you took over the ship with no gunfires or no form of struggle? Because we realized that the hijackers also had weapons, and was there no exchange of fire?
What happened was that, Ghana Navy, we conduct patrols on our territorial waters on daily basis with our ships and then speedboats. That is from the east to the west and the west to the east. Well, and when the Ghana Navy ship comes into contact with any vessel, it has the right to stop the vessel, get on board that vessel, and conduct a routine check. Okay. And this was the approach that the team, led by Lieutenant Commander Michael Duval, this was the approach they used in getting on board the MT Mariam, that they were coming to conduct, or they were going to conduct a routine check. Meanwhile, we had the information that they were under attack, and knowing very well that this is what the Ghana Navy does on the seas, the pirates agreed. That is in principle, they agreed, and then prevented the crew, that's the original crew on board, from telling us that there were pirates on board. However, one of the crew members spoke in another dialect, whereby we understood that was the said vessel that had come under attack. So when we realized that upon this tip-off, we decided to conduct a thorough check, and we got to know that they had divided themselves. Out of the 8, they had divided themselves into 2 groups. The first group hid in the engine room, and then the other group hid in one of the cargo rooms. So within a matter of, I think, 4 hours, 30 minutes, we were able to round them all up, and we were also able to retrieve the weapons which we hid in some parts of the ship. We got them out and then got them on board our ship. That was a GNS Blika.
And where was the original crew of this ship during the raid?
Hello?
Yes, I'm asking, where was the original crew, the persons, the officials who were on the board who were on board the ship before it was taken over or it was hijacked?
Yes, they were on board as well. They were on board. But don't forget that the ship was hijacked from Nigeria. It was hijacked from Nigeria, and then it veered off each route to Ghana, where we had to intercept it.
Okay, and finally
they were on board as well. But then that they had been threatened. So when our men got on board, they were feared that maybe because they knew they were armed, the crew knew that they were armed, they were afraid to give out the information that yes, that was the said ship that had been hijacked. So until one of them came out and then spoke in a different language that yes, that was the ship. Then we carried out the thorough check and then rounded them up and then we retrieved the weapons that they were using.
All right, and finally, from the pictures we are seeing, it's obvious that they were tied with ropes and their faces covered as if they were being parceled to be shipped off somewhere. Why is it that I'm struggling to understand why that form of containment?
Hello?
Yes, I'm asking that the pictures we have seen after the arrest was that the hijackers were tied with ropes to bars in the ship and then also their faces covered as if they were being parceled. Why that particular kind of containment? Is that the best form of containing the hijackers?
My brother, I cannot say categorically that it is the best or it is not the best. Okay, but there is something we call improvisation. And when you take somebody into custody, especially when it has to do with a serious case, it's required that you blindfold the person. You prevent the person from seeing. It's like seeing things around him and from seeing where he is being taken to, so that he doesn't leak further information to other people.
Right.
They might commit the operation. I wouldn't say that it is best or it is not best. After that one, I cannot comment on that. I'm sorry.
All right. We're grateful for your time. Thank you very much, and for telling us and giving us details of what happened last Saturday night, where a ship from Nigeria, which was hijacked by some 8 Nigerians, was sailed into Ghana's territorial waters, and our naval team was able to apprehend and save the crew on board. So we'll keep an eye on this particular story. When details come out, we will certainly give them to you. This is Midday Live. It is from our studio here at Adesanwe.